The Eurozone economy has entered into a very interesting stage. It's not quite recession, but it does come somewhat close to it. We've had 2 quarters of negative growth already, Q4 and Q1, but the smallest tick down in economic activity possible, 0.1% for the both. And we've seen that the labor markets continue to be strong. So it's hard to argue that this is a full recession, but a small technical recession nonetheless. Moving forward, it looks like the economy remains in quite a feeble state. It doesn't look like the second half of the year will see a significant bounce back in economic activity. The good news, though, is that inflation is continuing to abate. There is uncertainty around how fast this is going to be, especially now that we see a lot of government measures that are starting to muddy the view on how inflation is trending down. Still, a lot of forward-looking indicators are looking quite promising for the second half of the year, and especially at the end of the year, it looks like we could see inflation trend down quite significantly. All of that together gets us to a point where the ECB is likely to remain stubborn despite some encouraging news on the inflation front. The ECB is expected to hike not only in July, which is more or less pre-announced, but also in September. We expect another hike from the ECB as they have changed tack and now are looking at this more from the point of view that it's worse to hike less than it is to do too much. That's a view that we've heard come out of the Governing Council quite recently. So the ECB is set to hike 2 more times, 25 basis points, even though the inflation outlook's improving and the economic outlook remains quite feeble.